Hello and welcome to this month's market report. So, the first slide we're looking at is the closed resale. This is just resale, nothing to do with new construction in Easton Park. We had 5 homes closed this past month. The previous month, I think we had 6, so holding relatively steady. One thing I will point out, the bottom right, you see pending. Right now we have 11 homes pending, which is pretty high. I was really surprised to see that. A month ago we only had 3 pending, so it'll be interesting to see if all of those get to the finish line and we have 11 homes close in the month of November. But right now we're holding pretty steady in the resale market. I will say though, something to point out, looking at the bottom over to the right a little bit, that withdrawn expired, that is at 6, which means 6 properties withdrew or expired this past month while 5 actually sold. I don't remember the last time I saw the number for withdrawn expired higher than the number of closings. So that is an important number to think about. You know, when you're thinking of selling your home, you speak with a realtor, don't just look at what's currently for sale and what's sold, but make sure you also check out, you know, the not successful stories, the ones that were on market for 200 days and then gave up. That's really important to know that side of it too, because that's a pretty high number for expired listings. Next, we have the Easton Park rental report. So if you look at the top right, basically all of these numbers are higher than a month ago. It's honestly not too much cause for concern. It's a large, we're getting more and more homes, more people are looking to rent. So we're going to see these numbers go up through the years as Easton Park expands. But we have 30 currently available. We had 26 a month ago, 10 under contract. We actually had 6 under contract a month ago. And we have 6 properties that closed in October, whereas we had 4 in September. So typically when I see more available, that's a little bit of a red flag of, oh no one's renting them. But if we're seeing more available and more are closing than the previous month, that just means there's more properties growing in Easton Park. So that's totally fine. One thing I will point out, so I'm not going to talk through this whole chart. Each row is by square footage, and it's looking at closed rentals the past 90 days. I did highlight a number in green, the 2,500 to 3,600 square foot. A month ago when I did this, that number was at 9, and then it dropped to 3 looking at the past 90 days. So if you work backwards, that means we had 6 closings in July. And so I found that interesting. You know, obviously there's more renters looking in the summer, but I'm not sure why there's so many renters looking this past July in the 2,500 to 3,600 square foot homes. Something to consider though, if you are owning a home that size and you're considering renting it out instead of selling it next year, you know, it looks like, at least with this small snapshot of market data, that there's a lot of tenants looking in June, July for homes that size in Easton Park. So think about that. If you want more info, feel free to reach out. I can definitely dig in more and look at more historical data to see the hottest months for renters. And the last thing I'll say is I always plug Good Neighbor Property Management. I use them for my rental property that I'm the landlord of in Easton Park. They do a great job. Drew Coley, the owner of Good Neighbor Property Management, lives in Easton Park, so it's always great helping a neighbor out. But I encourage you to reach out to them if you are considering becoming a landlord for the first time. They do a really good job of kind of showing you the ropes of things you have not considered. You don't know what you don't know type of thing. So definitely reach out to them for your property management needs. All right, next we're checking out the available new construction inventory for November 2025. The far left, you can see I've changed it by builder. I put Brookfield for 3 different things because there are 3 different products. And then each row kind of gives you a glimpse of the size, right? How many bedrooms they offer, minimum maximum price for their inventory, how many they have available. Now, I wanted to point out 4 different things real quick, and these are honestly deals that I'm noticing, potential deals, mainly because we're getting towards the end of the year, and a lot of builders want inventory they've been holding on to for a while. They just want to sell it. They want to off their books before the end of December. So these are some really good deals to check out. First, looking at David Weekly, they have a home listed at 339,990. Now they have I think it's about 1,500 square feet. They haven't been to that price in a long time. If you look at my video a month ago, the lowest price they had was 370. So they've lowered their price by about 30,000. And so if you're considering a Brookfield Courtyard home, I would definitely now look at David Weekly and compare the two, because David Weekly has lowered their prices so much. I think it's competitive. The highest end for David Weekley, that's actually their model home. I think I've talked about that the past couple months. So it's been on market for over 200 days. Originally, the model home, so model home's 2,700 square feet, 3-bed, 2.5 bath. It's a 3-story, but it has a ton of upgrades. And so I know I have another video where I explore that home in detail. But they originally listed at $710,000. Now it's at $548,000, right? So potentially a good deal, right? I'm hesitant to say it's a great deal because you are paying still somewhat of a premium for the upgrades you're getting. The lot placement isn't that great in my opinion. There's a lot of road noise from Million Cannon. But if you're looking for that much space and you want a model home, because those are rare to come by, with all the upgrades, they are lowering their price a ton. So that tells me they will probably accept something even lower than that if you can move in before the end of December. Newmark, this one I still think is the best deal in Easton Park, period. Listed at $474,990. It's a 2,400 square foot, 1-story, 3-bed, 2.5 bath. That home's been on the market for a while. It's a beautiful house, beautiful blue house over in Balboa Park off of Apogee. I'm surprised they haven't sold that one yet, especially with all the builder incentives. But that one was originally listed around $590,000. So they've come down $115,000 on that one. And then finally, Highland. They only have 3 completed inventory homes right now. They're trying to sell all of them, like I said, before the end of the year. And the one listed at $558,990. It's their lowest price home. It's a beautiful house. I know they're getting a lot of traction looking at the home, so maybe by the time you see this video it'll be under contract, but it's a 1-story large lot, beautiful upgrades. The kitchen is absolutely gorgeous. There's a fireplace, there's a ton of upgrades in it, but when you look at it on paper it doesn't look like a great deal because it's a higher price per square foot than the average or the median, which something to consider, right? A larger lot, that's not going to be factored into price per square foot. All the upgrades put into a home, beautiful flooring they put in. I will say that specific floor plan, just to give you a sense of how good of a deal that one is, starts at $551,000. That's base price, 0 upgrades, basic lot. So being able to get all these upgrades with a massive backyard for just $7,000 higher listed, right? We could probably negotiate it even a little bit lower. Is really surprising. So those are 4 great deals. This isn't supposed to be a great deals video, but I wanted to highlight those because I'm seeing very large price drops in the new build inventory market. And finally, we're looking at what's available right now in the neighborhood. So bottom right, first we're looking at resale. We have 24 single family homes available, compare that to 30 a month ago. Makes sense, there's less. We had some sell, we had some withdraw from the market, some are pending. 1 detached condo available, price range is wide in Easton Park, as everyone knows. Average price per square foot did come down a couple dollars, and median days on market has come down, again, partially because it's just different homes available compared to what was available a month ago, with 5 selling, 11 under contract, and 6 withdrawing, right? So that it's going to adjust the median days on market. And then to the left here, I made a chart of, based on square footage, new construction inventory versus resale. Quick note about this is pulled from the multiple listing service, Austin Board of Realtors statistics. So this isn't going to have everything. For example, I know that Brookfield has detached condos for sale, but if you look on here, you're seeing that on the lower square foot range, there's 0 new build. It's because they haven't put it on the MLS yet. That's really all that means. So take this with a grain of salt. It doesn't have every single thing for the new build on here. This is honestly showing what I would expect, right? We're seeing the new builds at a higher price per square foot than the resale, which you would expect with the new builds able to offer a lot of incentives with lower interest rates specifically. And then we're seeing as we get higher with the square foot range, typically the price per square foot comes down. So this is a very typical, nothing's really standing out here on this graph for me. And honestly, I think it's more seasonal. So as homeowners, I wouldn't be too worried. It is a little scary when you just kind of keep seeing reports of values coming down and down and down. If you look at the full past 10 years, prices were going up on an average about 6% a year. And then they shot up, right, in 21, 22. And it's because of that, we're now correcting for the market. But where we are now compared to where we were 5 years ago, it's a pretty steady, close to 6% increase year over year. And so I'm pretty confident, now this is me just speculating, but I truly believe we're at the bottom of the market right now. It's a great time to buy because I think the prices are going to get back to normal, going up again. And then if you are sitting on your home, just waiting to sell, with interest rates, they are coming down a little bit. I do think 2026 is going to be a much stronger year for selling homes. So if you want more info on that, definitely feel free to reach out. Happy to share all the statistics I have and explain, why I feel like we are at the bottom of the market and we shouldn't be worried that we're going to continue getting lower with the home values. I don't think that's the future. Thanks for taking time to watch my video today. If you're considering buying or selling real estate in Easton Park or the greater Austin area, you can always give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. I love helping people. That's my favorite part of this job. I was a teacher for 10 years before I started doing real estate, and I was a little worried about jumping into being a salesman until I realized you don't have to be a salesman. You can honestly just earnestly want to help people get to the next chapter of their lives. So I really enjoy helping people, even if we don't work together. Reach out if you have any questions, concerns, want to know more about the market, more about a different neighborhood. Contact info is underneath the description of this video. And until next time, I hope to see you guys around the neighborhood.